If it's not the Tommy gun, then it's the quad launcher. And if it's not the quad launcher, it's the planes. And if it's not the planes, it's the Infinity Blade. And if it is not the Infinity Blade, it's the bloody mechs. Alright, we all want to know how we count these mechs. And today, I'm going to tell you how to count the mechs in Fortnite Season 10. Alright, let's get straight into it. Alright, so tip number 1 is you want to focus on the mech drop location. So, you want to, as soon as you get in, you want to check your map, and you want to see where the first 3 mechs coming from. I think it's usually around 3, that'll be your average. So you want to check where they're going from. And you want to, do you want to get rid of them? Do you want to use them? You've got to make sure you know where they are at all times. Because if you go Pleasant Park and there's a mech outside, you kill the people there, and then the mech just comes in, they're on 200, 200, 200, 200, 100, 100, well I suppose if there's 2 of them it would be 200, 200, and they come in and they take all your loot, and you're done. You may have got 5 kills or whatever, but you're dead to a mech, alright? No one wants that, alright? So you need to always keep an eye on where the mechs are coming from. So if you see a mech that's outside Pleasant Park, or your hot drop location, or wherever you're dropping, you gotta make sure, you gotta expect that mech to come in, because that mech is most likely, they're gonna loot up, get a few guns, get some shield, and they're gonna come straight in. They're in the mech, they've got the most overpowered thing, they're probably gonna kill you. So you need to keep an eye out throughout the whole game, and you wanna keep on checking that map. Because if you don't check that map, you're gonna keep on being surprised by all these mechs. Alright, so keep tabs on where the mechs are at all times. Tip number 2, this is probably the most important, and this is your inventory. Alright, you need to know what you've got in your inventory, and you need to know how to counter it with what you've got. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the things that I'd recommend to always carry around in your inventory. At least have 1 or 2 of these items at all times. So the first is boogie bombs. Boogie bombs, you probably have around 2 of them. You find them in 2s. Throw a boogie bomb, bam, they're disabled. They're dancing, they're out the mech. Then you have the time to either destroy the mech, get in the mech, or deal damage to them. I'd recommend either getting in the mech or dealing damage to them, because chances are they're probably going to get straight back in that mech. Shockwaves for the second one. Shockwaves are a great way to get out of sticky situations, especially most likely you're going to have killed someone and a mech comes along, you're on low health. Shockwave, get out of there, go, go, go. And then this is for weapons, I'd say sniper, any sort of sniper does a lot of damage to the mechs. The mechs only have 1,000 health. If you hit it with the heavy sniper, that's 150. The new auto sniper is quite good because it's long range, you can keep your distance, and you can fire off a lot of rounds. 16, that's quite good. For explosives, any sort of explosives really. Grenades probably being the most weakest ones because mechs are quite mobile. I know they're quite slow, but when you're throwing grenades in that, they're going to be walking around. So that's not the best. You probably want to do grenade launcher as well. Grenade launcher still will do a lot of damage, but you're probably going to be missing quite a lot of shots with that. So out of all the explosives, I'd probably go with the rocket launcher. The rocket launcher is probably going to be your best option because it's very precise. You can shoot it. As long as you stay just out of the range of it, you'll be fine. You'll do a lot of damage to the mechs, and you'll 3 or 4 rockets, the mech will be gone. Chances are the mech won't be on 1,000 health. So launchers, launch pads, your getaway as well. They're like the only 2 getaways really. Shockwaves and launch pads. You know, you can't really do much else. You go on a hoverboard, I suppose, but a hoverboard really. You're not really going to have a hoverboard everywhere. They're quite hard to find, and the chances are you'll probably get shot off by the thousands and thousands of rockets that are bombarding your way. So make sure you do not waste these as well, because shockwave, boogie bombs, and launch pads, you tend to waste. Boogie bombs start the game, mid game, just chuck one on a player. Shockwaves, you're impatient. You wanna launch around the place. You wanna launch yourself from one city to another city to get your kills up. Same with launch pads. Don't do this, alright? You need to save your shockwaves, your launch pads, your boogie bombs, because you are not going to have anything to get away from these mechs. So you need to do these, and you need to keep these in a very, very secure location. That secure location being your inventory, and don't use them because you're very silly if you do use them. Alright, tip 3 is countering these. You need to know how you're going to put all of the stuff you've got. You've got to use every advantage. You've got to put all the stuff you have into play. So I'd recommend the first thing, if you're in a squad, you've got a teammate or that, spread out. Do not keep close to your teammates because then they can just cluster up. You're going to be all clustered up. The rockets, those rockets, man. 10 of those rockets bombard you. You're going to deal loads of damage to all your teammates, alright? If you spread out, it only does damage to one of you. So keep distance away from your teammates, because then the mechs have a maximum of 4 players they got to go through, and a maximum of 4 players shooting at them from all different directions. So spread out, do not stay close. Another thing is keep your distance as well. Whilst you're doing this, say if you're in a squad, keep your distance, like I said, but keep your distance away from the mech. So if the mech's like you're already right there, the mech's third party, you're right there. Keep backing up, shoot, deal damage, keep backing up, just keep on backing up and backing up, alright? Do not ever go towards them, keep backing up, because if you go towards them, they've got the shotgun, and they've got the stomp, and the rockets, alright? The rockets, they're probably like the only long range thing, you know, the shotgun does a bit of damage off, but the stomp, that does 70 damage to you, alright? 70 damage, I don't think you can afford 70 damage, followed by the shotgun, that's got 10 like mag, 10 its mag, and then you've got the 10 rockets as well, alright? So that's not going to be a good time, not a good time whatsoever, so keep your distance. Whilst with keeping your distance, build, alright? I know you want to be strategic, you want to keep your builds, but I'd say the only time just spam your builds is with a mech, alright? Don't be smart when it comes to a mech, or at least not with your builds. Be very smart in every other aspect. Well, with your builds, you want to spam your builds. You don't want to do not box up, because that is one layer. They come in, stomp, rockets, bam. You're gone. Do not box up. That does not work, right? You're not going to be doing any fancy edits on the mechs. Trust me, it doesn't go well. I don't know from personal experience. Okay, that's not me. But you want to put as many mechs. Wait, what? As many mechs? As many builds as you can possible. As long as you have 3 layers between you of like any sort of wall, that chances are none of those rockets are going to make it through. So just back up and build. High ground, again, doesn't really matter. If you're near a mountain, I'd say take it, because you can get a few shots off from their head. But again, just make sure you're always putting layers in between you and the mech. Tip number 4, keep calm. Do not freak out, because as soon as you start freaking out, as soon as your heart rate goes up, you're just gonna do anything. You're doing anything to survive at that point, alright? You're gonna mess up, you're gonna get confused, you're not gonna know what you're doing. You need to stay calm, alright? You need to stay calm, and you need to keep that heart rate down, alright? I don't know why I'm going on about the heart rate so much, because, you know, there's no point really. But, you know, keep calm, alright? Because, like, throughout the whole of the Fortnite game, you want to keep calm in general. Because as soon as you start messing up, freaking out, you're going to mess up your builds, mess up your shots, and you're going to die, alright? Play smart, keep calm. Because if you come up with those mechs and you start going in there, rushing in with your shotgun, I don't know why you'd rush in with your shotgun, it's not going to go well. It's got 1,000 health, alright? Your shotgun is doing nothing to it, alright? Keep your distance, stay calm, alright? Do not freak out. Don't freak out. And number 5, if you're third partying on a mech fight, please take out the mech. Do not go and finish off the people who are not in the mech, alright? Because chances are they're going to be really weak anyway. You got rid of the mech, you don't have to deal with the mech. They'll fight out, they'll jump out the mech or whatever, and then you can go take in all the loot to yourself, alright? Just make sure you get rid of those mechs, alright? That is the number 1 thing. If you've got anything to take away from this, destroy the mechs, get rid of the mechs, just make Fortnite a better place without the mechs, alright? Because no one likes these mechs, we all want them to go. Just please get rid of the mechs, alright? Fortnite, Epic Games, we don't want them in. We do not want them in. Please. If you found any of these tips helpful, I'd encourage you to like, subscribe, turn on the notifications, because I'll be doing much more videos like this in the future. I'll be doing Fortnite, Call of Duty, all sorts really. If you've got any suggestions, leave them down in the comments. I'll read all the comments. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. If you don't subscribe, I'm gonna take all your V-Bucks away from